All right, welcome to Moyne Bass Fishers. I'm Jim Moyne, professional bass fisherman. This video, we're going to talk about my fourth and fifth days of practicing here at Lake Mohave for the U.S. Open. This is the year 2023. All right, so it's been terrible, terrible practice. Last year when they had the tournament here, the winner had a little bit over a 20-pound average, and I am not even coming close to that on any of my days of practice. Now my days 4 and 5 of practice, I caught a couple of good ones yesterday. I think I only caught 5 keepers all day long, and today I did not catch one keeper, and it's not like I was shaking them off or trying not to hook them. I mean, I was out there trying to hook fish and put fish in the boat, at least until I felt comfortable with what I was doing. And I mean, it's embarrassing to say, but I spent all day out here, and the lake is not as bad as it's treated me. So I did catch 3 little baby ones, but I didn't catch one single keeper. So hence, to me, that's a skunk. And here's the silly coincidence. I can't remember the last time I got skunked out in a practice day. I mean, I'm sure it has happened. Well, I know it has happened, but it's been a long time. Can't remember the last time. But here's the funny coincidence. So here I got the skunk handed to me in practice, and then I got a double skunk, because when I got my boat back to the boat landing in the evening here at Catherine's Landing, I parked my boat at the dock, walked up the hill, and you got to walk a couple hundred yards to where the lot is where I was parked, and now it's more dark than light out, and sure enough I walk about, it must have been 7 or 8 yards away, there was a skunk. A real skunk. So I got double skunk today. Well, he didn't spray me. He kind of scurried luckily he scurried and went the other way when he saw me. But, so that was quite the coincidence. So, but it's been, I just don't know. I just do not know. It's a total, last year it was a total forward sonar tournament for the guys that did well. I wasn't here last year, but the guys that did well, they did it on the backs of smallmouths, and they did it using their forward sonar skills. I've been staring at my forward sonar more than I have all year for any tournament, and I am just not coming up with the answer. So I don't know what's going on. And then when I do come across a fish and they don't bite, and here's the weird thing. So I don't know. Okay, first of all, there's a couple things. So yesterday I caught 2 really nice smallmouths on a Ned rig, and I don't have a lot of that color. So after I caught the second one, and literally it was like I just tied it on, and it was like the first couple fish I came across, I caught 2 nice smallies on this Ned rig. So I'm like, okay, I want to save this color. I want to save them for the tournament because I got 1 bag. So those are the last Ned rig bites I've had. That includes the rest of yesterday, which was probably like another 3.5 hours, and then today. And I've tried a couple other Ned rig colors besides. I've been rotating through some colors, and by golly, it can't be that 1 bag is the only thing. It does not make sense. It cannot make sense. They should bite. Some of this other stuff looks pretty good to me. I don't know. So that's got me weirded out. Then the other thing, okay, on my drop shot, all right, um, late yesterday, I don't know, with a couple, I would no, 2 days ago. 2 days ago, I broke off this drop shot, and I keep a little box of hooks that I call them my reject hooks. So in practice, I always go to this box. So the hook might be rusty. It might have bent open at one time and had to be bent back. So these are hooks that are flawed at this point because they've been used, and for whatever reason they're flawed now. So I open up my flawed hook box, which is a little square box about yay big, and it's all kinds of different hooks in there. So I dump them out, and I realize I really don't have the same small hook that I had been using, and I had been catching a few fish on that drop shot. So I tied on a 1/0 hook, and I fished with that 1/0 hook all day yesterday, all day today. Well, cycling through other rods and techniques and stuff, but used it a lot yesterday, a lot today, and I have yet to catch a fish on that drop shot. And you can't possibly tell me that it's all because I've gone to a little bit bigger hook. It does not make sense to me. There's enough dumb fish around that are really hungry and aggressive, and you could throw anything at them because they're so hot, so aggressive. At least one fish out there is like that. There has to be. So I'm trying to wrap my head around this. Is it really the one size hook bigger that's causing these fish not to bite? But I'm not really seeing a lot of fish either. I've got my active target going, and I'm not seeing what I'm thinking are smallmouths. I'm seeing a lot of these other stuff that's going on. Like I see this little choo-choo train of fish. I don't know what they are, but whenever I counter the choo-choo train, they're always like scurrying like in a single file train down the slope. Usually it's down the slope from deep to shallow. They're scurrying away, and I always throw at them anyways, and they never pay attention to nothing. And then there's the carp, which to me it makes sense to throw at the carp, because if you watch my video covering the first 3 days of practice here, in that video I told you guys about when I first got here, and right in Catherine's Landing in the basin there, right along the walkway as you walk to the boat dock, there's a basin on the right there as you walk towards the boat dock. And I looked down there and I saw 2 carp with like a 4-pound bass hanging out with those 2 carp. And then about 15 yards away was 1 big carp with like a 3-pound bass, largemouth, sitting next to it. So there's some kind of symbiotic thing going on with, or just, maybe it's not even symbiotic, maybe it's just parasitic. The largemouth is just hanging with these carp because I'm sure, as I mentioned in the other video, the carp they're kind of rooting around, digging things up, and as they like scare things, the bass are right there to capitalize on that. So to me, it makes sense, if I see carp on my active target, well, I'm going to throw at them because of what I saw. So, but that has yet to pay off. So maybe, I don't know why in that basin those carp, I don't know. I mean, I do know why. It's because the carp are scurrying around as the carp kind of root around and are foraging. It's like they scare stuff, and the largemouth are there to catch those, to take advantage of that opportunity. But anyways, So I'm seeing these carp, and then I just only once in a, I mean, once in a great while. Now, the one thing I'll say today is um, I did find one nice school of smallies today, and they happen to be up shallow because I got sick of I got sick of carrying this drop shot around my hand and not seeing nothing on the active target. So I decided I'm going to go fish shallow for a while, and sure enough, it was like a school of like 4 or 5 big smallies followed this jerk bait right up to the boat. None of them hit it. So then I'm like, okay, I'm going to test this other stuff out, and I could see them on the active target here and there. So it was picking them up, and I'd throw to them with a marabou jig, and my jig would be sinking like this, and then the signal of the fish would come up like this, and then like that. A couple of times that happened. Same thing with the Nico rig. So the Nico rig out there, Nico rig sinking, up comes the fish to look at it, and then he turns away and goes away. Top water. No good. Drop shot, same thing. Drop shot sinking, fish comes down, fish goes. And I know they're smallmouth because I saw when I first found them, they followed that jerk bait in, and I saw the one smallmouth clear as day. It was probably like a 4-pounder or better, and you can see the shadows of others behind it. So, and not only that, as on that particular cast, I had my jerk bait on the active target, and I could see the multiple fish come up to the bait, and they all start following it in, and none of them bit it though. So I did find that. That's kind of a cool thing. So that would tell me that maybe I got to look at some more shallow water possibly tomorrow. Tomorrow's the last day of practice. But the deep fish are there. I mean, I talked to a guy that got in here yesterday in the afternoon, and he spent a day and a half out there at the end of the day, and he said he would have had like 16 pounds for that hour and a half he was out there, and he told me he was fishing deep, and I believe the guy. I have no reason not to believe him. It sounds so easy. He made it sound so simple, and I go out there and he told me the depth. He didn't tell me exactly what he was using, but I tried. I don't know. But, okay, with all that said, there is something to be said about learning what not to do, and I am learning a few things of what not to do. So tomorrow's my last day of practice. I'm probably gonna tie on a fresh, good hook, a small one, just to do it. Maybe I can't be that hook. And then the color of that Ned rig, it can't be that picky. It never is that picky. I mean, smallmouth can be, contrary to what some people might think. Well, when a smallmouth is active and on the hunt, it doesn't matter what you throw, he's coming for it. But so much of the time, smallmouth are really finicky, really particular about what they want. And I would say more so than largemouth. So, but even so, if these smallmouth are being finicky that way, they still cannot. You're going to come across a stupid one that's going to hit a drop shot with a 1/0 hook on it, so, right? Or they're going to hit the Nico, or not the Nico. They're going to hit the Ned rig, with any color. Doesn't matter. He's going to look and see this thing fall, and he's going to go eat it. It doesn't have to be one color. That's not, I mean, color does matter, but over the course of a whole day of fishing, there's enough, I don't know, whatever. I don't know what's going on. I'm just going to have to go out tomorrow, keep an open mind, try some new things, try some different things. I haven't even tied a spinnerbait on, so maybe I need to tie a spinnerbait on. That would be a good one. And maybe it's time I change top waters. Well, I did change today a little bit, so. But anyhow, got a day left of practice. The tournament, we have Sunday. Right now, as I record this, it's Friday night. Saturday's the last day of practice. Sunday is off limits, and that's when we have a tournament meeting, and that's when they have sponsors. They have a huge sponsors row here. It's a really cool tournament. You walk out of there with all kinds of freebies and stuff. Bridgeford Foods will be there. We'll be handing out Bridgeford product, probably beef jerky, but I don't know exactly what they're bringing. So that'll be cool. And then tournament starts Monday. So anyhow, that is where I'm at with one day of practice left. It'll be interesting to see what I do tomorrow. And I really don't. Location is always key in terms. And my locations are. I can't even say I have an idea where I should be fishing out here. Desert lakes are not. Not my thing. But I'm gonna. It can be my thing. Okay. That's no excuse. That's no way to look at it. Just make it. I got to make this desert lake my bitch is what I got to do, and that starts. It's going to start by Monday. It might start tomorrow, but Monday for sure. Anyways, thanks for watching, and we will come back at you with another video covering tomorrow's practice. So, thanks for watching. Over.